friends, I'm Prairie Vintage. My name is Linda. I'm an energy intuitive reader here on YouTube. I use spirits, my intuition, the tarot to communicate energies to you guys, most amazing, beautiful viewers. I'm so blessed to be here. So glad you found me if you're new to this channel. And for those of you guys returning, I'm so grateful and honored to do your reading yet again today. Today's reading will be a pick a card reading with 4 options to choose from. These are your decks, and we'll be looking at any situation that you might have on your mind in regards to what you think something will happen or unfold versus what will actually happen and unfold. Okay, so this could be something maybe you're contemplating on taking action on, or maybe an event that you foresee coming up, or maybe your current situation or circumstance, or maybe some problem or situation that you're not quite sure, but you envision it going in one sort of direction. Okay, and so this will clear up anything in regards to maybe misconceptions or assumptions or understandings you might have about your situation or whatever is running through your mind. Okay, so keep it open, because spirit sometimes comes through with something completely unexpected. And if that's the case, we need to be open enough to receive the messages. Okay, but you should resonate with the part that explains your actual thoughts about how you think something will unfold for you. Okay, this could be anything at all. There isn't one set rule, so you'll have to apply it to your circumstance or your situation or whatever it is that you're wanting to see how it would unfold. Okay, so before we get into the 4 decks, let's take a look at all the oracle cards we'll be using for today's reading. We have the Mind Info Oracle cards. We have the Conjure cards. We have the Malefique Lenormand deck. We have the Fiend Sickle Kipper cards. And we will be using the Royalty Tea Leaf Reading cards. And we'll also be using some regular plain dominoes. Okay, so let's take a look at your 4 options, beautiful people. So option number 1, we have the Tarot of the New Vision and the Prisma Visions Tarot. So we'll be using one deck to take a look at how you think something will unfold, and then another deck to see how it will actually unfold. For option number 2, we have the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Surrealist Tarot. And for option number 3, we have the Tarot of Oppositions and the Night Sun Tarot. And for option number 4, we have the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot and the Crow Tarot. All right, so I'll leave these here with you guys, fine people. Remember, don't take messages that aren't for you. Don't force messages. And certainly, if you have a challenge with your intuition, you might want to ask Spirit to come up with something you will see, feel, or hear to determine whether the pile makes sense to you, okay, if it resonates for you. But you should resonate with your own sort of thoughts around that situation that you're coming up with, so that you know whether the pile is your message or not, okay? So I will see you guys at your pick. I gotta fix this because it's annoying when they're crooked. Okay, looks good to me. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 1, you guys picked the Tarot of the New Vision and the Prisma Visions Tarot. We're taking a look at how you think something is actually going to go or unfold for you in your world, and then how it's actually going to unfold or how it's actually going to go. Okay, so use your own intuition here, okay? Because nobody can tell you what messages you take or don't take, but you should resonate with the first part, sort of being your understanding of what you think might happen. Okay, how you think something will unfold. This could be a current situation, a problem, something you're planning on taking action on, an event, a circumstance, whatever it is. It should be applicable to whatever is going through your mind here. Okay, now sometimes Spirit comes through with what we're not expecting to hear from. So if it does sound like something that's going on in your world, but it's not what you came here for, but it is resonating for you, then take that as your message from Spirit. Because you might have one understanding of something going on in your world, and you might make an assumption that's exactly how it will unfold, only to find out there's more. Okay, so keep an open mind. Let's take a look. Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good in regards to pile 1. How do they think their situation, their circumstance will unfold? Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Thank you so much, pile 1, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. We have the 8 of Pentacles, also known as the Work card. And we have the Queen of Swords in reverse. And we have the 5 Wands in reverse. Bottom of the deck, we have the Tower. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. 3 Pentacles under that. I will put that like that. Let's pull your Oracle cards. How does pile number 1 think their situation will unfold? What is their understanding of what will happen? We have the Clover. I kind of want to leave it where it fell. We have the Garden. And we have the Scythe. Okay. And we have these Mind Oracle cards for pile 1. Spirit, how do they think their circumstance will go? Their situation will unfold? You slow down. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. Okay. And finally, we got 2 more Oracle packs. For pile 1, spirits, how they think their situation, circumstance will unfold. What do they believe will happen here? We have Journey, number 10. 10 is all about completions and ends of cycles, transformation. 10 is also Wheel of Fortune. A very similar to this Clover energy, because Clover gives me Jupiter energy. Okay, which I feel would be this sort of Wheel of Fortune energy that I'm getting. 6 clubs. So 6 clubs is 6 wands, which is victory. Okie dokie. Let's take a look here. There is an energy overall here of some form of success. Now, I don't know if it's you want success or you think it will succeed, but let me see. Oh, look at this. Cherries. Another 10. 1010 might be an angel number. That's significant to you. You might want to look up the number 1010. Okay. 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 So in this situation, this is cute. Okay. So I feel like there is a way that you want things to run smooth, but it feels to me like almost like make an impression. So I don't know if you're wanting to make an impression or you are thinking about some event or some situation working out smooth. Cherries do talk about like, you know, like a romance or like a sweetness. So we could be going on a date, or we might be very concerned how we might appear at a certain function or within a certain relationship or a certain connection here. You know, there's like a pondering over how will I appear how will this go? Because I do feel like you want to, you want things to go smooth here with this clover. And I think you want to not have any differences or, yeah, like this scythe is putting something to an end. And it's like an abrupt ending of something here. This is a lack of clarity. This is a lack of understanding. This is not wanting to be combative or have to compete or have to be challenged. I think you don't want that. You don't want to have to compete. You don't want to have to argue or be on two different sort of pages or multiple pages here. You want people to collaborate. So either you're working with one person. And when I say working, I don't know, put together something. It could be a relationship. It could be just a partnership to work to create something. We see two people here in this 8 Pentacles. Normally we see one. So it does involve other people or another person. Somebody's working on the Pentacles and somebody's working on a statue. I think there's a lot of concern about the other person or the other people you'll be working with. Like, will this work? Will this come out successfully? And how will I appear? And it's like, I don't want any surprises. I want everything to run smooth. And yeah, like, what if there's a surprise here? What if, I don't know, what if we all disagree? What if we don't see, like we can have, what if they don't want to see me again? What if they don't understand the same, they're not on the same page as me. They don't have the same understanding as me. What if they put an end to a plan, you know? So we have this life isn't a race nor competition. This is the competition card. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or much stronger. So I think you're playing it very safe in a situation. You're playing it very safe, and you could certainly be going very, very slow or almost stuck with this rock here. It's like, I don't want to abruptly have things change, have this person or the situation go from production, working together to form something, to suddenly it's collapsing, or suddenly there being a challenge, or suddenly it's not agreeing and being on the same page, and then it ends. We're no longer building this thing, or suddenly I'm like cut out from this project, or this person no longer wants to see me. We can't celebrate or do events here. This garden is all about socializing, dating. So this could certainly be, this person won't want to date me anymore. I won't be a suitor anymore in this person's world. We can't explore what it would be like. You know, I'd be appeared in a certain way. So I want to be successful. I want to appear competent, and I want things to go as smoothly as possible here, and for us to create something together. Yeah. So I don't think you have a fixed idea so much as I think your action is pretty, like, if you're already involved in something like this, I don't know, if you're already like working with someone, I feel you are already, or at least this is starting for you, but I feel like you're going slow, and I feel like maybe things are stuck in some way, you know, like with all this rock here, I feel it's heavy. I feel like the situation might seem very stuck or heavy or not flowing. And it's so that there could be some form of control, so that things don't just abruptly switch up on you. You know, like all of a sudden I switch up or screw up, or I do something that's not winning or right, or seen in a way that would be in line with what this situation would expect from me. And then therefore I get cut off, or we break up, or this project no longer needs me. So I get fired, or I get removed from this thing. And that would be not what you want here with this tower. So I think you're just preventing towers as best you can. And so maybe you feel like I don't know, like you're on prevent mode, So I'm going to pull a domino for this thing, and then we're going to see what will actually happen as well. So you guys got the six in blank. I was going to say 6 and 1. So 6 is all about harmony, equal reciprocity. I'm getting 6 pentacles. We got 8 pentacles, we got 3 pentacles, the 6 pentacles I'm seeing here. So it's like about what we put into something, we want to receive, like fair distribution, a fair flow. But 6 about harmony, which I feel is what you really want: success and harmony, balance and flow in a situation. But it's also about problem solving. And so I feel you don't want problems. You don't want things to go suddenly, like where there's disagreements, or we are on 2 different pages, or our understanding is yieldly so different that then there's no flow. And here with the blank rune, I feel the blank rune is like this potential. It has like potential to be everything, like the clover is the most positive card in the Lenormand. And so the most positive thing could be like an unexpected sort of blessing. Like the sky's the limit here to the potential. So I feel like either you're creating a project with there is no understanding of what could be the end. The end is limitless here for you anyway, this creation, or maybe this relationship, like the endless possibility. Like this could be somebody, I don't know, like it's open-ended here, so this is probably why it's very important to you to remain harmonious, or keep the harmony, or keep the balance going, so that this potential could realize and unfold. It's like you don't want things to end abruptly and then the potential to go with it. But also because it's open, it's like, what is this potential? I think you don't want also to intervene or do something here to get in that way of what could manifest or unfold. So even if it was something that wasn't supposed to like unfold like to the greatest degree here, it's like, I don't want to be the cause of why this doesn't unfold. I don't want to carry the weight of this ending because of something I do or say or don't do. I feel like it's more something you do or say, because I feel you're playing it almost like you'd almost rather, I don't know, like 8 pentacles is doing something. But in this case, I feel like I said, something's very slow or very heavy here. And so maybe you're being extra cautious, And here's the train, and train's about movement, and trains are fast. So maybe there's question around how fast and how slow, and I think you're on the slow side, because if things move too fast, we might lose control, and suddenly things go in a direction we weren't expecting, and all this potential that could be a possibility in this creation could go with it, or end abruptly. So I don't know if you're dealing with, or maybe both of you and whatever person or situation is dealing with a circumstance here where we have to agree, and we got to sort of be on the same page as far as our thoughts or our understanding and our vision of what we're going to build together. And so if maybe this person is, I don't know, like maybe you feel you're being judged here, or maybe this person has a strong understanding or an opinion here, and you're like, I don't want to conflict or jive with this person's opinion, or their understanding of me, or their understanding as a whole. So maybe this person has a preconceived understanding of you that you're trying to upkeep in some way here. Like they might believe that you have a skill here or a talent, and you're like, okay, I want to upkeep that understanding of me, that this person, or this maybe a job, like let's say, okay, this is an example for you guys. I took a job, I got hired, or they're about to hire me, but maybe I'm going through a test period, I'm still on probation or something like this. I'm still early on this dating. I'm being examined or judged in some way. If my skill level is there, they're comparing me. I don't know, comparing you to where a bar, who they think you are. And it's like you feel like you want to have the best possible outcome or have the skill or the talent to fill that role or that position so that you don't get let go, or I don't know. Yeah, that's what it feels like to me. Okay. So I don't know. There's something coming about how fast or how slow you go, or how stuck or how fixed something might be as well, which might be your own sort of projections onto something here. But I think this is all to avoid a tower and an abrupt sort of ending or cutoff of a situation, which you feel is like ultimate here, or could be ultimate as far as you're concerned. You don't really know. Okay, so perfect. I'm going to pause this because I'm going to now do the other part of this reading. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, gorgeous angels. We have the Prisma Visions Tarot. And what's interesting is I just noticed we have New Vision and the Prisma Vision. When I read your options, I didn't realize they both had vision in the title. Prisma Visions, Tarot of the New Vision. So vision's obviously all about seeing something. So maybe there's a way that we're seeing something, that it might be not necessarily the way it's going. But what's interesting was that, like I was saying, you guys had the slow down and then the train and then the stone, which was giving me two sort of energy. So I don't know if you were not sure whether like I don't know what's going on there with the pace. Like, do you have control over the pace? Because if you're in a work situation, it's like you want to have the right pace. You don't want to pump out pentacles slowly if that employer has a certain level of pentacles you got to produce, right? And like if you're in a relationship, let's say there's a certain pace, maybe you don't want to move too fast. So it really depends on your situation, your circumstance, but maybe you had questions around the pace of it, like how do you pace yourself, or should you pace yourself, or is something stuck? Now, if that's, is not your energy, it certainly could be energy around you. Okay, so just keep an open mind. Let's take a look then. What is the actuality of what's going to happen here in this situation? What's actually happening, or what will happen? Okay, we might just get to the clear version or vision of what's actually the circumstance. It might not show outcome, but it might show what is actually the situation or circumstance. Okay, so Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 1. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 1. What is actually going on in that situation, circumstance we just read? What is the actual truth of the matter here? Queen Pentacles and the Page of Wands in reverse. I will leave it kind of how it fell. So we have Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn energy. Page of Wands in reverse. What is actually going on here? 3 Cups in reverse. What is actually going on here? Knight of Wands. Okay, why is this Page Wands in reverse and this Queen of Pentacles? The Hangman in reverse, Pisces energy. I feel it like that. 9 Swords. Oh my goodness. Why is this 3 of Cups in reverse here, Spirit? Page of Cups in reverse, 2 Cups. And why is this Knight of Wands here? Why is this Knight Wands here, Spirit? 2 Swords in reverse. And bottom of the deck energy is the 4 Swords. Under that, we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's pull the oracles then. What will actually happen here? What is the actuality of this situation, Spirit? The Dragon and Soul gemmed up here. Number 15. 15 is Devil energy, which is Capricorn energy. I'm also feeling a little bit of Sagittarius from the fire and this dragon and this arrow. Okay. Pile number 1's situation. Mature man, number 5. 5 is all about conflict, challenge, loss, rebuild. Mature man. Okay, let's pull one of these. What's going on in pile 1's search situation circumstance? And we have clouds. Okay, dark clouds. Dark, 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 stormy clouds. Pile 1. Let's take a look. Pile 1's situation. Circumstance. What's actually going on here? What's the truth of the situation pile 1's needing to hear? 7 spades. 7 swords. Oh my goodness. 7 swords. What is this thing? It looks like, okay, I'm getting lots of stuff. So I'm hearing beep, 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 like it's super loud. You know, in those movies where there's like a little, like bomb on something that's about to go off. Sorry, I don't mean to scare you, okay? If this isn't your message, it's not your message. I'm just telling you what's going on here. Like a beep, 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 and then you look at the map, I don't know, like the movies, and then the FBI agents, oh, and there goes my email confirming the FBI agents are sitting in a van, like 2 streets over, looking at this little target going beep, 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 like X marks the spot, and it's like this little cursor. I don't know. I see a little cursor. I see something about to go off. It's like a bomb here. 7 swords is a card of deception, you know, or it could be the sneaky card. Like we're trying to be stealth-like. Feel one more. It's like I'll keep to myself. You know, I'll try to do it myself, or I don't know. It could be an underhanded sort of card as well, like not being completely truthful. Release. You're being asked to release any toxic people or situations from your life. You deserve to be free of all drama. This is the first step to achieving that. And we see the little piece, little dove. That means peace. And ask for help. You're being asked to request help from another. You don't need to deal with the issue alone. There are many people who want to help you, but it's up to you to bravely ask for their support. It's a sign of strength to reach out. Do that today. So 1, this is the card of doing it alone, you know, because we might feel we have to. And with that 6 wands, it's like, I want to appear victorious. And so maybe we have the idea that I'll appear victorious and I'll be celebrated if I do a job well done. But it's like, what's a job well done in your mind? Because I think you carry a heavy understanding of what is a job well done. And it certainly might be me accomplishing it on my own or doing it on my own. Okay, and if that's your case, you might be walking into a bomb, that this isn't a do-it-alone type situation. This might be a job where you are actually being supervised to see how well you work with others, you know, especially with the 3 of Pentacles. And you saw 2 people in the 8 Pentacles, but yet 2 people were working independently of each other instead of 3 Pentacles. And so you have this energy of I'm competing with this other person, rather than I'm working with the group, the company, the other person. It's an independent effort. And I think you might be wanting to show how you can compare or work as well as the other person or the company, but on your own. And the company is looking at you like, you know, like pile 1, and they're not asking or collaborating. They're an island unto themselves. They're about to fall on their face if they don't ask for help. Their little pentacle factory is going to be deficient. Beep, 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 any day now, unless they ask for help. Or say, I could make more pentacles if we work together. Or, I'd like to work together. I have a vision of collaboration here. But no, I don't know. Is ego in the way with the 6 wands? We want to be victorious, doing it our way, keeping it to ourselves. 6 and 2. So what does this mean? Harmony is done. Okay, through what? It's through 2. So 2, you and the company, you and another. 2 is all about partnership. It's about choices as well. So we have the choice to do it alone, or we have the choice in our hands to ask for help. Okay, it's also about balance. And so there's something here that's imbalanced, and it needs to come into balance. And so you might think things are in balance, but they're imbalanced because I feel like you're trying to do it alone. is kind of what I feel here. Okay, if it's not your message, it's not your message. So I feel like there is confusion in your situation that's brewing. It's about to go off. This is a storm before a very nasty storm cloud. Okay, and so we were getting devil with the 15. I don't know where it was, where it is anymore, but it was here, I thought. Didn't we not see it? Wow. I thought I saw a 15, you guys. It's going to drive me nuts. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yes, because we also have toxic here. Okay. Sometimes we use toxic to describe devil. Now, if you read my disclaimer, things come through very strong. I'm not calling you toxic, but there could be an engagement here. That's the toxicity to why this clouds are brewing and why this thing might go off. This is the thing we need to release. And so we see the dove, which is peace, and the dragon, which is very intense heat. And we see this mature man who's experienced. A mature man's experienced. Okay, let me sit here with the tarot and see what's coming through. So, Page of Wands in reverse. Okay. I feel like there's this almost like freeze type energy about you. Okay, if it's not you, then whatever. You're dealing with someone or a situation here. But I feel like the anxiety is very strong. This could be the toxicity. Okay, it's like I get in my own way with the way I understand things to be. So much so, okay, that I get in my own head. And what this does is it generally creates the same outcomes for myself that might not be necessarily successful to me. It gets in the way of me trying to maybe do things differently or just be, I don't know, the Page of Wands is kind of opposite energy in that in which you're in, because the Page of Wands is like a child that goes exploring, that doesn't necessarily care if it falls or fails or something doesn't work out. It's like, I'll just try again or I'll just explore. That's how I learn. You know, it's like, this is not what you want according to you. You don't want to learn. You don't want to, it's not that you don't want to learn. It's like, you don't want to be maybe seen falling or failing or exploring or becoming mature. It's like you just want to have the outcome. So it's like I got a new job and now I expect to be an expert here without going through the ropes, you know? And it's like, I don't want to appear like I don't know what I'm doing, or I don't want to appear like deficient in anything. I want to be the expert already. And maybe you have an understanding here, which I feel is actually not an accurate understanding of your situation, that this is the best thing for you to appear as though you have it all figured out or you're already an expert. I think that is what's getting in your way. Your situation doesn't ask you to be an expert. Your situation wants you to go through like an experience here that will allow you to become the expert in that field, because it's giving you this potential and this opportunity to become an expert. So I feel like you have the opportunity, you have the resources, you have the people, you have the situation in front of you to be able to explore, to learn, to fall, to flounder, to be sort of no holds bar. But instead of jumping into feet, we're restrained and I feel we're stuck and we're slow, or we're just freeze, because the Knight of Swords is like not confronting and feeling that first energy. It's like you don't want conflict, so you'd rather not ask, or you'd rather not speak your mind or ask the question or open a can of worms. So I'll just refrain. I'll refrain from asking, I'll refrain from doing, and I'll just sort of keep my head down, focused on my 8 pentacles. but it's not collaborating and it's not working together. And your situation is calling for you to, like, there's succession here, you know, but we're not even starting as an energy of beginner, so that we can, you know, become a little more strong in our confidence in that field and start to make decisions, you know. And even if we fail, it's like there's a need to have confidence in ourselves to make decisions, but we can't get to the confidence we need if we're still sort of stuck in the first sort of bit here. Okay, but 2 cups is about harmony. And like I said, for some of you guys, it could be the relationship here. We see 2 people, 2 cups. And this is the balance, reciprocity, you know, and it's like we can't get to the balance if one is withheld. If like we don't work together, how can we be 2? And I feel like there's no collaboration here. It's an island of self, so that I'm not really seen as a beginner. And so I think this is about to blow up in your face, or this is the trouble here, the toxicity here. This is what we need to release, that way of, I want to be seen as somebody who knows what I'm doing and is already experienced. But this is your fixed way of understanding something here, because I feel your anxiety is getting in the way, and your anxiety sounds something like, what if they see the real me? And the real me is like, doesn't know. It's like, okay, well, then that's what it calls for. That's what it calls for. That's what's going to bring balance and harmony here. And so maybe you're not, I don't know, comfortable asking for help or showing that you need help, or it's not even about help. It's like, just, I know this is help, but I think this is just using your voice to collaborate here. Like certain things we're able to do on our own, and other things we just communicate. Like, I don't know. 4 Swords is a card of reflection and pause and contemplation, healing. It's definitely a card of slowing down. And this is a card of retreat. Okay, I think I know what's going on. So pile number 1, like I said, you, someone around you, I don't know. I'm reading it as it's you. I feel like instead of, when we start coming up against something that seems like resistance or conflict or challenge, or I don't know, once the anxiety kicks in, it's like, I don't know, you know, I don't know what's going on here, or I don't know what could happen here. It's not running smooth. I think we do the opposite in which we're being asked to do. What we do is we stop, we pull back, we run, or we don't confront, we don't ask for help, we don't communicate, we go silent, we pull away, and then the clouds brew. Because this isn't what your situation wants you to do. Okay, this is the part of you that you need to be very aware of. You need to release the anxiety in saying, speaking what's going on in that moment, pulling someone into that rather than away, so that you could be isolated, because I feel like it doesn't resolve and it doesn't allow this situation to mature and progress. It keeps things tense, and it keeps the situation, you know, in sort of this bomb mode. And I think you're thinking, the more time I could reflect, then I could come up with the answer. But it's like an island unto yourself. Whatever answer you come up with, it's like your own sort of way to cope with your own anxiety. Meanwhile, the situation's like, the ideal thing for that situation would be you guys to collaborate to build the pentacles together, not you dealing with your anxiety on your own. To come back out and say, well, now I can work making the pentacle again by myself. It's like, yeah, but that's not progressing it as a whole. And it's just dealing with your own self. And so the fear is so much that it gets in the way of the collaborative pentacle building, that it is you sort of being very with your blinders on regarding your own self. And this isn't about self. Because if you're working for a business or a company, it's about the company and the pentacle at the end of the day that you produce. That's what they're looking at. They're not looking at you individually. And if you are in a relationship, this person isn't looking at how experienced you are. It's like, how do we work through challenge? Does this person go off, like shut me out? Yes. Well, then that's not going to help, because this person doesn't know how to let me in, how to discuss, how we can work together as a team to rebuild and to work, as a team. Because sometimes we need help and sometimes the other person needs help, because that's what a partnership is. This isn't like a one-man show, and so it feels like a one-man show here. So maybe we can be strong, or maybe we can, appear more confident than we are. But that's toxicity. And this is what's holding you back from producing something here. And I think it builds. Okay. And I think this is what sets off the bomb. The detonator goes off and it's creating what you don't want. This is what creates the conflict. So you got to work on releasing this, pile one. This is your reading. Like I said, not everyone's reading. I hope this helped you. All right. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 2. You guys pick the Wild Unknown Tarot and the Surrealist Tarot for your picks. What are we looking at? We're looking at a current circumstance or understanding you might have about a situation or how something will go. Maybe you plan on taking action on something, or maybe you're in a current thing that you're not sure how it will unfold, but you have an idea. So we're going to look at what you think is going to happen. Okay, your understanding, your thoughts about how something might unfold or will go, and then we'll look at the actual truth of the situation, how it is actually unfolding, or what will actually happen, what's actually happening. So you might be under one guise, one understanding, one misconception, or you might be fairly accurate. I don't know. Let's see what we see here. Pile number 2. Beautiful angels. Pile number 2, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. We're looking at pile 2 and what they think is going to happen right here, right now. Spirit, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 2. Thank you so much, pile 2, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading today. I realize you guys have a lot of readers you can go to, and I am so grateful that you are here. I do hope these messages resonate for you guys today. Feel it that way, but I do feel there's one more there. All right. Pile number 2's current situation, circumstance, understanding, whatever it is that they came here about. Now, like I said in the intro, if this isn't what you're asking about, but it resonates because it's your current understanding about something going on in your world, then this is going to look at the truth of the situation in the back end, okay? So don't keep a closed mind, okay? But if it's not what you came here for, you might want to go check out another pile, but this could still be your reading, okay? So let's see what pile 1 thinks is going to happen. What's their understanding? We have the Son of Cups. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. That's the Knight of Cups. The Death in reverse. Scorpio energy. Okay. 4 Swords in reverse. 2 Wands clarified by 9 Cups. And the 4 Cups with the big rat. 8 Cups in reverse. Hangman in reverse. Pisces energy. Okay, intuition with the bat. Here's the Fool, Aquarius energy, and we have 3 Pentacles in reverse. We're going to pull some oracles as well for pile number 1, Spirit. What is their understanding about what it is that they've came here about? How do they think something is going or unfolding here? Thank you, Spirit. Pile 1. two more cards, or two more packs, I should say. That one there. And one more. Pile one. Oh my goodness, this came out for pile number one. If you guys were drawn, okay, my piles sometimes are all connected or flip-flopped if you're dealing with a bunch of people. Sometimes we got different perspectives. If you're dealing with another, it could be the other person's point of view. Cherries is about a relationship, two people, okay? But it could just be your situation, harmony. This is like sweet, finding harmony, okay? But it is about romance as well. And we have Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups. Okay, so let's see. Balance, harmony, we have the number 10. 10's all about ends of cycles and transformation, which we have here with this death, although it is in reverse, which could mean there's a delay here in releasing what needs to be released in order for there to be a new coming in. Look at this coffin. This is also about an end of something. Coffins talk about closure, you know, a release, an end, so there could be a new beginning. And we have 6 spades. So that's 6 swords. 6 swords is moving into calmer waters from challenging situation, although it is a very slow moving energy. And we have the dog. Dogs are all about friendships and loyalty. Okay. And another 10 and a heart here. So 10s, like I said, are about endings, completions, and transformation. But 10 hearts is 10 cups. 10 cups is this romance thing that was coming through. Here's the key, all about answers, solutions, knowledge. That's this bat. Is all about knowledge, but this could be esoteric knowledge, intuitive knowledge. Okay. Interesting. We have change, number 9. 9 is also about completion, although it's about fruition, manifestation, fulfillment. 9 is hermit energy. And so that's Virgo energy. And this hangman could even be connected to the hermit because it's being enlightened. Okay, working with the divine, but it's also moon energy, and moon is all about fears, subconscious also. Okay, so we have a lot of that sort of esoteric, occult type intuition, subconscious. Change. You're being asked to change a part of yourself that no longer feels like the person you've become or are becoming. Change isn't always easy, but letting go of this outdated part of yourself will allow yourself to align with your true self. Okay. Okie dokie, Smokey. Let's take a look at your tarot here. Okay. This is one very, look at 9 Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Beautiful angels. So although we do see relationship kind of around here, okay, like friendship, relationship, whatever, working with others, a world in which you're in, I feel like it's changing. Okay, whether you like it or not, it's changing here, okay? And there's only one sort of constant here, and that's change in this universe. And so I feel like change is inevitable. Change twice. Okay, and this death card in reverse. This is a massive change because this is where everything as we know it is shifted and transformed. And so even if it's still there, the environment, let's say the job or the relationship or whatever, it's not the same, and it can't be the same because it's transforming and morphing into something different. So we can have completely, and this is what I feel is happening, and this is why I was getting this sort of more esoteric, subconscious type stuff. I feel like our connection to our world has shifted so much. We can't feel the same or understand it the same. Maybe we've seen something about it that is just different. Okay, different than how we might have seen it in the past. And so we're being asked to release a lot of things in our world. And we might be having a very difficult time to leave what we know, the familiar, because either we've invested a lot of our life, a lot of our time, a lot of our emotions into a world. And so there could be, there's a few messages here. There could be a little bit of an in denial, okay, where we just, I don't see it here, but I'm just picking it up because I've always known this. So I'm in denial of what I need to do and take action on or accept and release because this is what I've always known. And so I'm dragging out this change in my world where the Spirit's actually guiding me to be fulfilled here with the 9 cups. But 9 cups is the self card. Okay. And so maybe we need to reach a state of self-fulfilled emotional happiness first and understand what that means in order for there to be sort of a flow into the next phase of our world. But we might be so still in the old world, but I feel like the old world isn't bringing the happiness, but it's just familiar. And so what Spirit's really showing here by this 4 swords in reverse, that the true healing, the real shift starts to happen the minute we let the old world go and walk away from it. Okay, we have to release. And we might be doing motions or keeping some part of it still alive, either energetically, physically. Something is still attached to us. So we could be worlds removed, but still in it. Or we could be removed from it, but energetically in it. I don't know which it is. You're going to have to tell. Okay? And I feel like maybe you're very loyal to your situation, or there was a loyalty that was built. And so there's question around, if I let it go, am I still being loyal? And I feel like this is the understanding that you're having to work through, because therein lies the answer, the solution to your next phase, or to release you from this thing, to allow there to be a shift, a progression, to let you walk through another path here towards your emotional fulfillment. We have to come to an understanding of something, and we have to have our own buy-in. We can't just be told what's right and what's wrong. It has to be something we've concluded and come to an understanding by way of healing, reflecting, coming to the truth about, within us, truth. As long as we believe some story, something about our own loyalty, about our own commitment, we have one buy-in. And I feel like it's a fixed understanding you have. It could be an old story you told yourself. I don't know, an old relationship. And so I don't want to accept the truth or come to the conclusion here, but we have to come to the conclusion, because this is the only one key, and the one key is the one key that opens the door. The one door opens it to your emotional fulfillment, which, by the way, is lacking right now because we're in an 8 cups in reverse, which means we're not emotionally fulfilled, be it a job, be it whatever. I see a lot of cups here with cherries. So it could be just to find your dream job, or your dream relationship, because this is soulmates. Okay, but a soulmate could, it's generally people, but like your soul's purpose, your soul's calling, your soul job, your alignment with your dharma, your purpose, that brings you emotional fulfillment, nobody else. And yes, we could say, if it's a relationship, 2 people need to be happy, but it's like you need to find a 9 cups before you can create a 10 cups. Okay, like you have to be emotionally fulfilled. And so I feel like the answer is about you coming to this understanding that I feel right now you're having a hard time releasing. And so I feel like this card is giving me Chariot energy. Chariot's all about movement. The Chariot is a card of victory, and the Chariot stops at nothing. Okay, it's a very powerful card in the major arcana, because the Chariot doesn't take no for an answer. The Chariot will keep on going because it doesn't take no for an answer, and it only finds victory. Okay, and we can either move smoothly with the Chariot, or we could create all sorts of imbalances when we're on this chariot by doing everything but guiding it, because the universe moves. It's always moving. It's forever changing. It's never stagnant. There's nothing that is stagnant in this world. It's always ever shifting. And so the universe is trying to move you forward. It's creating this change. And so either we're allowing the chariots to move, like by guiding it, or we're just completely being thrown to and fro, or feeling like, I don't know, feeling out of balance, or just doing something here other than welcoming the change. And so this this Four of Cups, this is where the universe in the traditional tarot, the universe has a cup and it's handing it to the person there, which I'm going to say is you. And instead of taking the cup, the blessing from the universe, the person is so looking at all the things that don't work and they're dissatisfied with, that they miss the blessing that the universe is giving to them. And so this is card of, dissatisfaction, boredom. This is like looking at the negative parts of everything rather than what's working. And so Spirit is saying there's a need to trust in the divine. Okay? The Fool has no baggage and comes like with an innocence to trust the divine. This bird's about to take a leap off this branch. Okay, and so the bird could be ready to fly or not, but it won't find out until it takes the leap. And what's better way to find out than to actually have to fly. It could keep wondering and guessing, but when it's in the air, it tries whatever it can so that it doesn't land on its face. It's most likely going to fly when it has to fly, so it doesn't fall. And I think, because here we have all the baggage on this like chariot thing, and it's stopped. I think the universe is saying here, you got baggage, okay? And we all have baggage, that's fine. But I don't feel like you need to bring this baggage with you. And maybe you have an understanding. Your understanding is, in order for me to be loyal, I got to bring it with me. No, that's actually not true. This bird, the only way it's going to fly is without all of that stuff. And so I feel like what you really want, because emotional happiness here is going down a certain path. And I feel like Spirit is wanting to guide you down this path. Okay, but with the baggage, I feel like you're not going to successfully create the thing here. And maybe you want, like I said, for some of you guys, it could be a relationship or a job, but whatever you're trying to manifest is at a block here, because we still have this old world. And so Spirit wants you to move out of an old world here and allow yourself to not be dependent on an unhappy, emotionally dissatisfying situation because you were committed at one point or loyal to it. Because you're not free and independent here to move to the new world, to express yourself. And I feel like your heart might be calling you towards someplace else. And so just because your heart is there doesn't mean anything if you are still in the pentacle realm of an old world. Or your pentacle realm, I feel, doesn't make you available here. It keeps you hostage to your situation. And maybe you're looking at all the things that don't work. If you were to release or move on or let go of the baggage, but you're focused on the parts that maybe are not necessarily the parts that are going to help you, because I feel like there's one fixed understanding you have or thought process that you have that is not seeing the key. So I do feel like There's a lot of energy within you. Intuitive, subconscious energy, feelings, like there's a lot of that. And then I feel like there's this world that's around you that isn't congruent. So there's these two things going on. And we need to find harmony between the outer world and the inner world. The emotions, the inner body, what we are truly aligned with emotionally. But in the pentacle realm, we're dependent on some other old situation. That's the baggage. And so the change is forcing you out. Okay. And the more we sort of hang on or have a harder time letting go, the more challenging it is for us. And so we're really being asked to put an end to certain things that we can't here. Okay, so this is your current sort of state. I don't know if this is how you understand it to be, but we're going to look at the actual truth of the situation then, because we have oh, look at that. I'll be right back. Delivery. Okay, sorry about that. I got a delivery. So I'm going to clear all this up, but we were looking at how you understand a situation. Okay, and so a little bit of spirit was pulling through here in regards to what spirit was needing you to do. And maybe the part that you resonated with was, I'm in two worlds, you know? And how do I handle this change? How do I balance through this? How do I do the proper healing or the surrender work or the understanding here to come out of a situation that's challenging? Because I feel you do want harmony and you do want to manifest something to work with someone or something like this. Okay, so yeah, we'll put this away and then we'll take a look at what's actually unfolding here. Okay, one sec. All right, pile number 2. I totally forgot to pull your domino, but we will pull your domino for what's actually really going on here in your situation. Okay, so spirit, for pile number 2, what is the actual truth of this situation? How's this going to unfold, or what's actually happening, or how's this actually going to be manifesting here for pile number 2? What is the reality of this situation, circumstance? So spirit might not show us the full manifestation of where you're going, but it might show the reality of the situation in which you're not seeing. Okay, which I think is more what we're sort of aiming for, so that we can see a truth here that maybe we're not wanting to see or we have not yet been able to see for whatever reason. So spirit, what is the truth? What is the actual truth of a situation here, circumstance? That's pile number 2, is not yet seeing or understanding, or maybe you are seeing the truth. What is the reality of this situation? Thank you, Spirit, for this message. So we have 10 wands in reverse, and we have the 3 pentacles in the same spot, but now it's in the upright that we had. Because the 3 pentacles in reverse in your last spread was talking about working with someone or something to manifest a creation that you could not do on your own. Okay. And so here it is in the upright. Let's see, spirits, for pile number 2. What is the reality of the situation? What is really happening, or what's going to unfold here? The truth of a situation for pile number 2. 8 of diamonds, that's 8 pentacles, and here we see the treasure chest. Now it was in reverse. I don't know if I'm feeling reversals, but we'll leave it like that for now and see what energy comes through. Spirit, clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 2. What's the truth of their situation? What's really actually unfolding here? Pile number 2, Spirit, thank you so much. And finally, your domino. Oops, not my wand. And we have 6 and 4. Okay, let me grab my wand. Okay, so 6 is about problem solving, okay, which could be this 3 pentacles because it's collaboration. It's about harmony. 4 is a card of stability. It is a card of structure and foundation, planning, okay. Problem solving in regards to planning, in regards to creating some form of stability or structure. Okay, let's see. We have the moon, more subconscious energies. Okay, moon could talk about fears, but it's emotions, it's their subconscious, it's feminine energy. We have card 18, which is moon energy. Child. Child could be the inner child. Child could be when we're like a novice or learning something. Child could be, yeah, the early stages of something, or just maybe the inexperience of something. But I'm getting that fool energy again, you know, like baggage free, being sort of like a child, having childlike wonder. Look at all these 8s, and the moon is 18. So 88 is a master number. It's a higher calling that is grounded in self-awareness and reverence for life. Wow, okay. Slow down. This came out for pile 1. Life isn't a race, nor is it a competition. You need to slow down. Doing so doesn't make you weak or less than. It makes you strong, wise, and much better able to navigate life with clarity and ease. So this is about being unclear. I do want to see this, and I want to read it in both upright and reverse just to see. Now, I do warn you guys, these cards are very intense, okay? We're not going to take words literal. It's more the energy and the essence of this that is going to be channeled through once I read what this is all about here in the upright and in the reverse. So, chest. Treasure hunting has long been a tradition in the country. Whether you're just hunting small trinkets or rumored gold with a dowsing rod, rightfully, the 8 of diamonds foretells more money than the 6 of diamonds. Reverse, the card signifies a loss of the same, but also of gossip or idle talk. In regards to secrets, this would signify that someone has loose lips. Not every ear should be confided in. Okay. Let's see how this plays into effect. We have Knight of Pentacles. So this is about slow and steady progress with the Knight of Pentacles. Then we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so the Knight of Pentacles graduates into a King because the King is sort of the ultimate state when it comes to accumulative wealth, structure, stability. He's created his empire. He's attained his pentacle realm. He's in reverse here. Okay. So maybe we're learning somewhere between, I don't know, building some form of an empire or some form of security. Let's see, what's this one about? We have the Fish, which is all about abundance. So definitely pentacles, treasure chest. This is talking about abundance. 16 is Tower energy. Okay, the Tower could be the falling away or the need for everything that's not standing in a stable, grounded way to fall before we could build structure. We must sort of demolish the tower that's wobbly. Okay, it's also about faith and wisdom, reflection and understanding. Yes. And 6, like I said, is about problem solving, compassion, and harmony. So there's something about understanding. It's about abundance. Now, I don't know if this is wealth, because treasure chest, fish, like this is wealth. This is abundance. What's here? The Whip and Broom. So this is one of the more challenging cards in the Lenormand because it's about, it could be about abuse. And it's a very strong sort of energy. And we had here gossip. Whip and Broom could be somebody's words are impacting us. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. This is about knowing thyself, reflecting, and sometimes abandoning all that's around us in order for us to come to a greater truth of understanding. We have the Fool now in reverse, Aquarius energy. So in the last round, we had the Fool showing up there as an energy that you were being guided towards. This Fool in reverse could be about a need to understand where to take a risk, where to jump, strength. This is the courage, not to be too held back, know when to move forward. Okay, Leo energy. And then the Queen of Cups. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And then, like I said, 10 Wands in the reverse. This is where the burden is released and can no longer carry the burden. You know, we've made it to the finish line, or we just can no longer keep continuing down that road. Help is on its way with 3 Pentacles, working with someone to offload this burden. Okay, let me sit here with this, and then the Knight of Wands under that. Okay, Cancer, Pisces, Pisces, Leo, like I said, and Aquarius, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn for energy here. And more Pisces with this fish. Okay. Okay. Beautiful angel. Spirit is hilarious. I feel like you cannot see, and this makes you very uncomfortable. We can't see where we're headed, and we don't know for sure, you know, and so it creates a lot of uncertainty, and uncertainty could be fear. And when we have fears, then we start to second guess, and we start to do things that get in the way of the universe. This is what it means to not surrender and not trust. When we start to think we know better than the universe, is like, uh-oh, because it's not clear, because the path, you know, I'd be foolish to go in a direction that's unclear, uncertain, because this is how we've been conditioned to believe that we should have some form of idea or understanding, or we might have a preconceived thought that we want to bring with us of what we think we should know better or should have a better understanding. And that's not what this is calling for at all. In fact, this situation, whatever you're dealing with here, is trying to lead you towards abundance, towards something stable. It's the groundwork. It's the actual groundwork of the doing. That's the thing that you might be not understanding. And so we're really fixed on where we're going or how the building of the structure will look like before we even trust to let it sort of build. It's like we want to know before we let go and demolish the old tower, to say, well, I'm not going to demolish what's already there if I have no idea what I'm going to erect. I don't have the material. Okay, this is all an analogy. The material, I don't have the dimensions. I don't know how many days it's going to take. I don't know how many stories this building is going to be. So I keep this faulty tower. But Spirit is saying your faulty tower needs to come down. That's the point. The point is to go through the demolish of the tower, because the journey of that is the groundwork that's going to create the stability that's going to flow. Okay, that then is going to allow you to start to build the thing that I think Spirit and you are wanting to build. But I think you're not trusting or surrendering that this thing is going to be built. And so you still cling to the bits and pieces you do have. So now I'm getting the 4 Pentacles. It's like the comfort I have in the world that I have at least is producing us something, whatever your something is. So you're loyal to it, you're dedicated to paying my bill, or it provides me comfort, or it's the thing that I know. And so it's like, unless I have headway here or have a clearer thing, then I will remain. And so we're saying, no, do not remain. You have to be able to trust in the universal flow by demolishing what's there already. And you might have fear. Well, then what's going to happen to X? That's the whole point. That is the whole point. That's the point of surrender. That's the point of trusting the universe. That's the whole point. But I feel like why we're suffering here is because we want the new and we have an understanding of what would emotionally make us happy. But we attach ourselves to situations that aren't making us happy. And so we're the ones dictating why we're unhappy and why we're stuck, because we're still hanging on. We're still involved in two worlds. And so I feel like Spirit is saying you want to manifest something here, to work and build with something that could be stable, that you could, retire off of your empire. This is the card of stability, long-term, retirement. Okay. Essentially, this is the card where you're all set up and everything's sort of built already. You're not there yet. It's the journey now that's happening, and it's very slow and we're not quite sure. Okay. And so throughout this journey, the more sort of whips and broom we experience, which is really the pain and the burdens and all of that, is really because you're attached to some form of being here. That Spirit's saying, offload that burden. Don't carry that burden. Okay, the broom is giving me sweep away, release what doesn't serve you. Once you do all that, you make room for the new, but you have to really understand yourself and know what you want. Okay, so you could say, well, I already know what I want. Then Spirit's saying, okay, then why are we still attached and not releasing what we don't want? Because that's equally important. So I feel there's some part of your world that you're still attached to that doesn't allow the new to come in until you completely surrender and show the universe you trust to take that leap. Until you're ready to take the leap, and I say the leap is the broom, the release, and all that, we can't make space for the new. And I think your understanding of something, either you're telling yourself or that someone told you or some belief you have, that replays in your mind. Your inner self, your inner thought, your inner dialogue. And it might say, I'm only safe to release this or to demolish this or to move forward if blah, blah, blah. Fill in the blank. And Spirit's saying, no. You're being asked to demolish, release, and allow the transition to happen now. This is the stuff that can't be carried in forward. And this will only come through a reflection of understanding. You will only find harmony in releasing and creating a level ground so that we can build the new. Okay, but this is going to take a lot of confidence and courage. But confidence and courage in regards to trusting your heart. And this is sometimes scary when we say, well, I got to use my logic here. I can't just trust that I'm going to, create the thing if I just listen to my heart. And Spirit saying that's exactly what this journey is about. Listening and trusting your heart space here. That's going to take the confidence, because we are clinging to some form of setup that goes against how we're actually feeling. And so we can't manifest the new when we're in that energy. This is all about the heart space, our emotions. This is all about our passions and throwing caution to the wind with the Knight of Wands. And look at this Knight of Wands is so kind of opposite here of like normal Knight of Wands. Like it's all blue, not like fiery and red. It's stone. So it seems very fixed. And we see the moon in the background. So I feel like there's a lot of fear. You're stuck in that area of saying, throw caution to the wind, You're playing it very safe. And like I said, this is just a tarot reading. So you may say, well, I can't trust to throw caution to the wind. This will touch whoever it needs to touch. You're playing it too safe. And you're creating suffering for yourself. And so Spirit just wants you to ask the question here, hanging on to what I'm hanging on to, is this bringing me happiness? If not, Never mind where you're going or what's going to be built. Just look at the thing you're hanging on to or the world you have. You've outgrown it or it needs to go. The past version of you might have been loyal to it, but I think it no longer provides. And so your new world, whatever it may be, you have to trust in the divine that it's going to bring you abundance here. And you have to be aimless like this fish for a while here. But I think you're uncomfortable with being aimless. I think you're uncomfortable with risk. I think you're uncomfortable following your passions and your desires here because you want to play it safe, or logically it makes more sense rather than trusting your heart. Okay, there's lots of fear here in trusting your own self to go after something. And specifically because you don't see the answer or it's not very visible to you just yet. And it's okay. Spirit says, allow yourself to be in that discomfort by releasing the burdens of your current situation. You don't got to carry the weight of the world. Okay? Because at the end of the day, that's what is going to open the door to this manifestation, that new job or that new person that comes in here. And like I said about that bird falling off that branch, the only way that bird was ever going to fly was when it was in real world. It had to fly or fall on its face. And so if we're standing on the branch, jumping up and down, thinking, okay, now I'm going to fly, and we're just on the branch jumping, it's not going to happen until we jump off the branch. Then we have no choice, but we have to fly. You know, we have to trust ourselves, even if we're a novice, even if we never went down this path. It's like this childlike wonder, this love that we feel. We have to follow this, our inner child. So I don't know what this is about, your dream career, I don't know, some creative pursuit, some dream you have, I feel, that's out there in the world. And yet your world is small and you're still in your old world, thinking about, fantasizing about what it could be like, you know? And it's okay if it takes time to build. But I feel like Spirit's real message here is in order to make space for anything new, we have to release the old. And so you can go slowly as long as it's moving and not stuck. And as long as you're moving towards your heart's inner child's content. And if it does feel like you're sort of, I don't know, navigating in a way that you're not sure, it's okay. Because just like this child would learn to do anything in life, even a child that learns to walk, it has to sort of do certain things that might not work out right away. And that's part of the process, part of the journey, you know? So I feel like we're laying the groundwork. And so it is a part of the process, even if we say, well, it might be a waste or it might be this. No, it's not. It's laying the groundwork. That's what we're doing right now. We're laying the groundwork, the structure, the foundation. This is all about planning and creating that stability. But we have to be willing to pour into it and create space and be receptive to receive. Because 6 is all about receiving and giving in a flow state of harmony and balance. And we can't be clogged in one, giving to one and blocked, and we can't receive. Okay, and the only way we can receive is to make space. Okay, and I know there might be fear, but this is the thing we're being asked to look at and be confident and courageous. You know, not be held back, not be clinging to a world we know. I can't even pick this up. My goodness, it's stuck. It's stuck. Okay, and specifically, it's like the courage, the confidence, and trusting our heart to be able to receive and to be able to give. This is what your situation requires. There's nothing here that requires you to plan and know it all logically planned out. And maybe this is where you're uncomfortable. There's nothing here showing me planning, logic, you know? This is all about trusting the divine, surrendering, letting it unfold, figuring it out, but release. Okay? So focus on the release part. And I think everything else will come to you as it needs to slowly. It will be revealed. It will be shown to you. It will be built over time. And then I think you're going to go from this Knight Pentacles to one day finally being there, and you've created this solid empire, something you can rely on and that is already built. but it's the building of that thing that takes the time, and it takes trusting and releasing, trusting the divine and releasing what doesn't work and what's taking up the space in order for there to be the new. All right, pile number 2. I hope this made sense for you guys. Beautiful angels. I'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 3. You guys picked the Tarot of Oppositions and the Night Sun Tarot. We're looking at how you think something is going to go, how you're perceiving your current situation or an event or something in your world. And then we're going to look at what is actually happening, what's actually unfolding, okay, or how it will unfold if you have some form of understanding based on your own perception, okay? So this could be applied to any situation. You'll have to sort of, picture what it is that you came here about and apply it to that. Okay, and then if you resonate with this first part, then we'll look at the actual truth of what's actually going on in that situation or circumstance. So, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of beautiful pile number 3. How are they currently seeing or understanding their situation to be? Right here, right now, spirits, please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message. For the greatest and highest good of pile 3, please protect me and the viewer. And thank you so much, pile 3, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. How are you currently understanding your situation to be at this time? All right. So we'll pull some oracles as well. Clear and concise message for beautiful pile number 3. How are they currently viewing their situation or their understanding? I do feel there's one more. Wow, 2 more. Okay. Pile number 3, Spirit. What's their current understanding? Okay. And 2 more oracle packs. Pile 3. And their current understanding of their situation, circumstance. I'll take the one that revealed itself, which is the heart. And we'll pull from the mind oracle. Pile number 3, Spirit. What is their current understanding? Okay, wow. Thank you for your patience. Pile number 3. I know that takes some time, but it is what it is. We have at the bottom of the deck 2 cups. Oh my goodness, you guys. It's like every time I tell Spirit, I'm not doing a relationship reading. Every single reading comes up as a relationship. 2 cups is about love. Okay, it's like it's more about love than even the lovers, because 2 cups is the romance card. It's about 2 people sharing cups. Okay, this is in the light attributes. This is the Tarot of Oppositions. And so we have the shadow on one side and then the light on the other. This is in the light side. So we have 2 people sharing, giving, receiving. Now, could be soulmates. And like I sometimes say, if it's not about love, okay, you can apply this to your situation, but I'm going to read it however it comes out. But it's you and another. And you and, the other part of the equation, finding harmony and balance. Now look at this. 2 cups. We see 2 people, 1 cup. There are 2 girls, 1 cup. Don't ask. Okay, 2 people, 1 cup. What's that all about? We missing a cup here. This is heart. Heart is in the Lenormand about love. The heart could be about a romantic love as well. Okay, but this heart looks very scientific. And we see all the like aortas, valves. Is this an aorta? A valve? Let's see. Let's pull them. Let's reveal them all before I start to channel. We have the wealthy man with card 13. 13 is about transformation because that's the death card in the tarot, which is about release, possibly the end of something. Okay, Scorpio energy, but it says wealthy man. This one's wearing a suit. And you see all these gears and this dome, glass dome, like it's being preserved. It's being preserved here. And you see the frog. Frogs are all about healing. Could be about releasing, clearing the clutter. Okay, clearing space, releasing certain things, certain pains. 17 is star energy. Star is about destiny. It's also about healing. And we have this palace, card number 38, or number 11. 11 is a spiritual number. So the palace could be like a ideal sort of vision of, with the star, a vision of what we could build, or the vision of like a 10 pentacle or a 10 cup, an ideal state. Here's the cat. Cats are independent energies, sometimes very temperamental. You know, they're kind of inconsistent with affection potentially. 9 is moon energy. So emotions, feminine energy, fears, potentially subconscious stuff. And here we have the mask. So Pisces, Cancer, even some Virgo with the Hermit, with the 9. And then we have number 24, number 6, which is lovers. Okay, mask could be talking about some inauthenticity, something being concealed. And here we have Jesus on the cross, the crucifixion. These conjure cards are quite intense. So this identifies somebody potentially that we could be dealing with here. But the cross is not, doesn't feel very good. Okay, it could be a state of suffering. This is the King of Clubs, and that's King Wands energy. King of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, let's see. What do we have? Speak up. What are you not saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so that you can move on and be happy. Oh my goodness, what is going on here, Spirit? 5 Wands in the shadow. 5 Wands is about conflict. It could be about competition. It could be about a difference of opinion. It could be inner conflict, disagreements. In the shadow. Okie dokie. And we have 4 of Wands in the shadow. Look at this palace. Here's all tattered up. So it looks very similar. The top is missing. Okay, in the shadow. So 4 Wands is the card. It could be the card of marriage, but it's the coming together. It's building the structure and the foundation. But in the reverse, it's like it never happened, or it fell apart, or it couldn't be built, couldn't come together, couldn't find balance, couldn't find harmony. Here's the 7 Swords. So 7 Swords is definitely mask energy. And it's also this, you know, concealing, maybe not speaking our truth, not being revealed. Okay, but this is the shadow. And this is the light. So in the light, it's like the thief returning the swords, the truth being revealed, us speaking our truth. But what is our truth? I don't know. I see 3 swords here. Neither of them are on the upright. We might not know what our truth is, and we're grabbing for something here. All right. Here we have the King of Wands, which we were feeling from this. Okay, now this King of Wands is in the light attribute. So the King of Wands is confident, has a vision, is successful, gets what he wants. Sometimes the King of Wands could be a very selfish sort of energy here in the shadow, you know, because it's sometimes getting what he wants at all costs. But in the light, it's like a winning attitude, but succeeding, having success. Okay, here we have the devil and the shadow attribute, Capricorn energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So the devil. The devil is being held back by something that could potentially be a pattern, a way of being, a circumstance or situation that appears to be limiting or causing, I don't know, causing a limitation of sorts here. It might not necessarily be a limitation. It might just be holding us back, you know? Devil could talk about unhealthy things, unhealthy obsessions and addictions, vices, ways of being. I don't know, like something that chains us, binds us. Okay. We have the 9 wands. And this 9 wands is in the shadow. So 9 wands is the wounded warrior, which, I mean, we're getting that definitely from this crucifix. But 9 wands in reverse could be the surrendering, you know, dropping our wall or defenses. Same with this 5 wands in the shadow. But I'm getting more, this looks like healthy competition, whereas this looks like, I don't know, looks painful. Okay, and then what do we have here? 6 pentacles in the light. So we have 3 in the dark and 3 in the light. So 6 pentacles is all about equal reciprocity, giving and receiving in a balanced way, to create harmony. Sometimes we're in the receiving end, sometimes we're in the giving end, but there's a need for balance and flow. And sometimes I talk about when we have a heart, one's intaking and one's outgoing. And so if any of them are blocked, then we don't have a functioning heart. So we can't keep receiving if we don't have a way of giving. And we can't keep giving if we can't receive, because eventually there's no more to give. So we need balance in order to give and receive. Okay, that's what this 2 cups is about, giving and receiving. So let's pull a domino and then we'll start to channel what this is. 6, 6, look at that. So 6, like I said, is all about problem solving, compassion, harmony, balance. And here we have 6s on both sides. Both sides have to be willing to give and receive in order for there to be balance and harmony. And 6 is about lovers, and that's a choice. I'm going to read this. Don't take it literal, okay? Because these cards are very intense. It's mostly, I'm going to be channeling the energy that I'm feeling here. So, crucifix, a dark elderly man who is set in his ways and stubborn about everything. Although stubborn, he is a good husband and knows how to get things done. This is this King Wands energy. In contrast to the criminal King of Spades, this is the just judge. This card shows in a reading, whatever bad comes before it ends with him. Let me start over. If this card shows in a reading, whatever bad comes before it ends with him, if it is undeserved. In the case of a curse sent against you, if it continues, it is justified. So this is kind of this 7 swords, thief returning its swords. Okay, it's kind of coming through, but let me channel what's coming clear here for me, okay? What's under this 2 cups? We said the Knight of Swords in the light. That's confronting, speaking truths. Okay, I'm not quite sure, like, how you can apply this to whatever. Like, you will apply it to your situation, but it's kind of a snapshot. And so I don't see anything, like, I don't know any context here is what I mean. And so it might become challenging for me to explain exactly, but this should make sense to you for sure. Okay, now this could be your energy, someone you're dealing with. I'm going to read it as your energy. Should I read it as your energy? Yes, that's how it's going to come out. So I feel like there is this truth that needs to be expressed here. Okay? And the truth, how do I put this into words? I feel like we're concealing something, and we have been concealing something in regards to our truth, confronting and speaking our truth, which is getting in the way of harmony in a relationship. However you want to apply this relationship, I don't know. Could be a lover's relationship. I feel there is an imbalance here. I feel there is a need for there to be a giving and receiving on both ends in order for there to be a flow of love, a harmony, and that choice lies with us. And so there is a choice to be authentic. There is a choice to have confidence in our ability to speak truth, to build what we want to see. Something secure, something stable, something ideal, something that's going to stand the test of time, something that is worth building. Okay, but I feel like there's a truth concealed. There's somewhat of a, I don't know, like I'm seeing this need for healing, a need for release. And I'm also seeing, like with the cogs here under this glass dome, I'm getting a lot of the three pentacles. The working together is sort of here, but it's sort of frozen in time, meaning we're not carrying our weight, or we're not like one cup, meaning there's a cup missing. We're missing from the equation. We're not engaging in the gears to help something move, is what I feel. And I don't know what we're healing or what we're trying to release here, but I feel like there's something about a devil. Okay, and the devil, like I said, could stand for many different reasons why we are incapable or feel incapable or confident to succeed or to speak our truth or to confront something. So we're held back. And I feel this is creating conflict in this situation. We can have an inner conflict about how to move forward or how to deal with the devil in our world. And I feel it doesn't feel good. Okay, it doesn't feel good at all. And so because of this energy, I feel it's getting in the way of the build. It's getting in the way of the structure. We're creating the groundwork here. And maybe we're working on finding some form of balance or trying to be the other part of this equation is what I feel. And in order to do this, maybe you're really focused on the release, the healing, the devil, you know, because there is a part of here of surrender, not being defensive. But I still feel like there's a part missing here of this equation. There's well, we see the cat with the 9, and here's the 9 of wands. And like I said, this cat is very independent. This cat likes to work on its own. And so that's opposite of the gears here. It might not know how to work on its own, or it might get threatened. It might start to, I don't know, like get defensive. So maybe you have a hard time working with others or understanding your own ability to cooperate or collaborate. You like the freedom to be independent here, work at your own pace, like something you're healing, something you're releasing or transitioning. You know, but I feel there's this greater truth. And I think you're seeing one way or one understanding you might have of yourself that I don't even think is necessarily true. And I think what Spirit is showing is your understanding of this version of yourself is what's creating this challenge. And it's actually showing up as a devil in your world. And so as long as you have that belief or that understanding, and keep going to that as your default thought of who you are, I think it limits you and holds you back. And so there is a situation where you really legitimately feel held back. And I think you legitimately want to succeed. And legitimately, I think you want to come forward with a truth of expression here to build something. But I feel like there is this an already understanding it won't be built, or you can't be a part of it, or something like this that isn't necessarily true. And I don't know why you feel this way, but there is a need for there to be communication and expression about what you might be experiencing. Maybe there's something you're trying to release, something you're going through, something you need to heal in order for there to be a better understanding. Because I feel like there is part of this that isn't being that part of this is being concealed and it's not being revealed. And as long as we have stuff that isn't revealed, then I feel like that is limiting a situation from healing or progressing in any sort of way forward. And so we're needing to really confront with truth, with clarity, with some form of authenticity or situation head on. And I don't know that we're trying this, to be honest. I think we're hesitant, considering it. This seems like a very, I don't know what the right word is. I can't even put it into words, if I got to be honest, because I don't know. Like, I mean, the King of Wands is somebody who is confident, who gets what he wants. But then if we start to believe in a devil that's real, that holds us back, then it gets in our way. Like I said, I just see a snapshot and I don't understand. Let's see. Spirits, can we get some clarity here for pile number 3? What's going on here? Pile number 3, their understanding of their situation. Can we get some more, please? What is this about? Pile number 3. The 2 swords. So 2 swords is about indecision. This is in the shadow. It's like, did something take too long to make a decision? Here we have the sun. Oopsie. The sun in the shadow. And it looks like morning star. Keep shining even when the others have quit. The others have quit. I feel like something's over. Like all these sunflowers are now going to sleep mode. The sun is no longer smiling. This looks like it's sat 2 swords too long and now it's like desolate. And this is the 4 wands that sort of fell apart. Is this an aftermath? Let's see. Why is the sun here? Sun is Leo. 3 cups in the shadow. Or in the shadow, I'm sorry, in the lights. So 3 cups is all about celebrations. A network of people. A reconciliation. There's one person here. Temperance, healing. Okay. I feel like there was, I am getting a little bit of a snapshot. I feel like something's taken a long time. Okay, it's took too long or something. Like something that was supposed to happen or unfold, it took too long. It died on the vine. It didn't happen. Some truth was never spoken. There's a need to speak some form of truth. A need to heal from something here. Okay, in order for there to be healing and balance, for us to be able to find harmony again, we have to confront. We can't keep sort of mulling over or dealing with something here that I feel, I don't know, I feel like it's the devil in our world is our belief in the story and the understanding we have to whatever did unfold and transpire here, which wasn't successful, or it didn't pan out the way we had wanted. I felt like something took too long, or it didn't happen. We didn't see the success we wanted. The clarity never came. The day never came. The truth never came. And so this is what we're trying to balance. This is what we're trying to heal from. This is what we're trying to release. This is the energy, you know? And maybe we just want to find some form of harmony and peace here in a situation with ourselves, even if it's just with ourselves. But I don't know that we can get there, because I think our happiness got taken, or our sun got taken, or the joy got taken, and still part of us is with this past situation. It's like this past situation was challenging, or this past situation weighs heavily on me. This past situation is what's the devil, and I can't be confident to move forward and to just surrender and start to, you know, like move in a way that will be harmonious to maybe a new relationship, or allow situations to flow here. Okay, it's kind of a little bit confusing to me, so I don't know whose reading this is going to be, but maybe that's your energy. I'm going to read exactly as I see it. You know, that's exactly what I'm picking up here. It's like maybe you're not to 100% on what you're supposed to be doing, or a situation that maybe you never got closure or happiness from. There goes my email. And so there's more questions than answers. Okay, so we're going to look at then what is the actual truth. Okay, the actual truth of what is actually unfolding, or what's going on in a situation that maybe we're not understanding or seeing. Okay, now remember what I said, keep an open mind, because we might be expecting to see one thing and then we miss the message altogether. Okay, so we have to be willing to listen to what the Spirit want to communicate here about what the actual truth is. So, Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good. I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Okay. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 3. What is the actual truth then? What is really going on here with pile number 3? What is it that they might not be seeing accurately here in regards to their actual situation? Thank you so much, spirits. What is the truth and the reality of this situation for pile number 3? Okay, we have this 4 of Wands, and it's in the upright. You had 4 Wands in the shadow. I do feel I want to keep that like that. Okay, pile number 3. What is the real situation here? The reality for pile 3, Spirit. Thank you so much. Cards are coming out very weird. All right, let's pull your oracle cards. Reality of a situation for pile number 3. Your card. And these, and one more after this. Okay. One of these. Pile number 3, the reality of the situation here, what's really going on, and a domino. Okay. You guys got 6 and 5. Oh my goodness. Okay. So let's take a look. What should we start with? Let's start with this. 9 hearts. So 9 cups, and we have the wishbone. So wishbone is wishes being granted, wishes coming true. 9 of cups is emotional happiness. All right. And we have the dancing lady. Looks like Spanish dancing. 13 again. 13 was about transformation, ends of cycles. That's the death card in the tarot, which is all about release, Scorpio energy. So the dancing lady. I don't think I've seen this card. What is this dancing lady about? The dancer, joy, celebration. So this is 3 cups. And she's by herself again. Even in that 3 cups, there's one person. Normally 3 cups shows 3 people. A network of people. This is one person. This is about emotional happiness. One person. Togetherness. Although there's one person here. Intimacy, parties, fun. Okay. And the negative, going around in circles. Repetitive behavior, which could be devil energy. The dancer is a lovely sign of celebrations. Think of dancing cheek to cheek. And the beautiful warm embrace it brings, fun and laughter with other people around you. So parties, network of people, potentially. House. So house is stability. We were seeing that palace. So structure, home, family. Okay. And here we have keep going. It may feel as though you've been on this path or journey for so long, and you may even wonder if you're making any progress towards your dreams. This message is a loving reminder for you to keep going. You're almost there. And it looks like ascension, going upwards and outwards. And then remember I said your vision with the your vision of your palace. What's your vision of family? What you want for yourself. So 6, like I say, harmony, right? That's the lovers. That's the balance, equal reciprocity. And we have 5. 5 is about conflict and change, but it's also about the rebuild. It's after a struggle, we must rebuild. 24, thief. And the 6 again coming through. So thief is what? Where we feel robbed of something. We have experienced something unjust. Something was taken from you, or maybe you feel something was taken from you. That's 7 swords. So we have the King of Wands again. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I don't read bottom of the deck reverse. Okay. 10 Pentacles in reverse. So something we've built. It feels like it got taken from us. Our security. 5 of Cups. Sadness. Regret. 2 Pentacles. So this could be a choice. This could be having to balance, having to prioritize. And then we have 7 Pentacles in reverse. And the Chariot in reverse. More balance energy. So 7 Pentacles in reverse could be like a giving up energy. Something's taking too long. And the King of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. And then finally, just flipped it. Okay. What's under this King of Wands? It's Knight of Pentacles. And under that, we have the Sword of Truth. So we were seeing, like I said, the 7 swords, the need for the truth. Here's the thief. Needing to be honest. So who's the thief? Were you the thief? Someone wasn't honest. Someone was wearing a mask. Let's see. Oh my goodness, this reading's taking me for a spin. So let's see. Okay. I don't know if this is you or someone around you. It kind of took me for a spin here. Whatever happened in that last round we were reading, if it was you or somebody, it's like somebody slept too long or didn't speak their truth and they felt held back. There's a lot of healing. There's a lot of stuff there that was being masked up. The reality of a situation was masked, and it was creating a energy that we couldn't maybe build on or rely on because the truth was being withheld for whatever reason. We couldn't express it, or it wasn't being shown or expressed honestly and openly. And I feel like if we can't work with situations because truths are being kept from us, or we feel, I don't know, like it wasn't cohesive. It didn't allow there to be some building of some vision of something. Okay. And I feel like we already experienced it. And so I think you were accurately experiencing what you experienced accurately. Okay. But maybe I feel like what Spirit is showing here is the truth is coming to light here. There is a truth. Okay. And whatever was unjust, whatever was not communicated is coming to light. It's coming forward. Okay. But I do feel like that doesn't take away from the pain. Whatever we suffered or whatever injustice we had, we still experienced it. So there's nothing that is going to take away a pain or create justice in a way that's going to erase the past. Something happened in the past, but the past doesn't dictate your future. And I feel like maybe we're really hung up with the loss of something, the vision of something we had that got taken away, or something I don't know. I feel like either we built something and it got taken away, or we had a vision of what it could be and it never happened. And so there was a truth here about this that got unjustly taken, or something unjustly got switched, or not dealt with in a way that we know was fair. Okay. And I feel like why it impacts you so much is because I feel like it was going to be a place potentially where you saw yourself ideally committed to hanging your hat or your coat and making it a part of your future, your home, your future workplace, your soul family, whatever this thing is here. Okay. So I feel like Spirit is telling you, although you might have experienced what you experienced, there's a need for you to understand that challenges happen in order for there to be a rebuild, for it to guide you in a direction in which you're meant to go. There's a need here for you to understand. You will get your wish with the wishbone. Okay, whatever you're wishing for, it might not come in the form that you thought or understood. Now, whatever you experience, you certainly did experience. There's a need for you to know that your own happiness is going to come when you allow things to transform and shift, when you allow yourself to make decisions. Okay. And these decisions are ones that you are going to have to be honest about in your own world, despite maybe, having to deal with pains or painful understandings. Okay. But there's a need for you to constantly know that a forward movement, a commitment to moving forward, is the only way that you're going to build this future vision, whatever thing you want to build. Like the Four Wands, this is your future marriage, your future soul family. This is building your community. And I feel like maybe it feels stopped right now, or like the universe is at a halt. And Spirit is only saying, because we're still working through balance, we're still working through surrender, we're still working through making peace potentially with what's happened in the past. And we're still facing the past. We're still involved with the energies and emotions of the past. And so as long as we're sort of still going through the mourning process, if you will, we're not quite energetically contributing to the building of our future. Because I feel like what you want is an empire here of something that is solid, sustained, and built, that you can rely on. Like a job you can rely on, a person you can rely on, something that is committed and forever here. And I feel like you can't trust this, or it's not happening, or it's out of balance right now. And Spirit just keeps saying it's out of balance because we're choosing to still remain energetically focused on the things that didn't quite work, the loss of something, the release of something. And the truth of the matter is, the sooner we can accept that maybe things were unjust, maybe something got taken away from us for a reason, in order for us to move, in order for us to find the confidence, in order for us to get fired up, to move towards something greater or something more aligned, then the sooner we get there. But the more we sort of stick with what didn't work and what's not working, then we're sort of dragging out this energy. And so I feel like there's a need to find harmony and happiness within ourselves in order for there to be harmony and happiness within a community. Because, like I said, 3 cups really coming through, and 3 cups is reconciliation and the right networks of people. But I feel like we have to be in the right energy ourselves before the people come in, before the community comes in, before the person comes in. And we're not quite there yet. We're not in 9 cups. We're not in good energy to be around, because I feel like we're still in this sort of energy. Nobody wants to be around this sort of an energy. Like, this looks sneaky, this is thief. And when I say, well, I wasn't sneaking, I wasn't, but it's like, yeah, but it's dark and it's shadowy, and it's still remained in the past. It's still anchored in the past. And so if we have an anchor point within us of an experience, something sad, something we're still mourning over, something that's anchored within us, that is pulling at other experiences that speak to that anchor point. We have to release that anchor point. And the only way is to keep going, to keep moving forward. Okay. And so I feel like there is a need to see the truth, speak the truth, and become very clear with ourselves about what has happened. The Magician, in order for us to manifest, in order for us to create the future we want. I think you're getting in your own way, pile number 3, because of a situation. I don't know how else to say this to you. We might be giving up on our future, investing towards the future, because we keep pointing our nose towards the past. There's an anchor point in the past. And so as long as we're there, we're stopping the universe from, the universe keeps on ticking, but it's like we're not in the dance with the universe. We're not moving forward energetically. We can't build that community. We can't bring in the people that we can trust and rely on. And we are robbing ourselves of this. We're the ones at the helm doing all this. We've given up on ourselves. That's what this feels like. So in order for us to be able to receive what we want, we have to be willing to be giving. Okay, whatever we're lacking is because we're not giving. And so I feel like there is this rebuild happening. And so rebuild is about the future, and doing what we can to make peace or amends with what's happened in the past. I feel I'm missing like a lot. If I got to be honest, this doesn't feel complete to me, and it seems very, I don't know who's this going to make sense for, but I do feel just for this group, I'm going to then shuffle one sort of last thing, or else I can't sleep at night and I have no idea what else to tell you, like, I don't know. It kind of felt like maybe we know we had more weight in the game here, and so maybe we feel guilty. Or maybe we are giving our power to someone else. But either which way, it doesn't look good. Let's see. Spirits, what am I missing? Pile number 3, this doesn't make sense to me. What do they need to know about the truth of their situation here? What do they need to know? It's not what I need to know. It's what does pile 3 need to know? They have questions regarding this reading that I wasn't able to channel. What is this? And what do they need to know? King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. 8 of Pentacles, 10 Cups. Why is this King of Cups here, Spirit? Why is this King of Cups here? 6 cups. Look at all these cups. Why is this 8 pentacles here, Spirit? 5 of Wands in reverse. And finally, the Queen of Pentacles now in the exact same spot that we had the King of Pentacles in the reverse. 2 Wands. And under 2 Wands, we have the King of Wands in reverse. Okay. We see 2 people here. Okay, 8 Pentacles is a card of work, dedication, commitment, effort, energy. And right under that, we have the 5 Wands in reverse, which is the card of surrender, or the card maybe of not wanting conflict, the card of coming out of conflict. I feel like potentially we've had conflict, definitely, with everything that we were seeing with someone, okay? And it could be around love or a heart space or harmony with someone. So Spirit is saying there is a need for us to connect to our heart space, okay, with this King of Cups. King of Cups is all about love. This is the emotionally mature king, okay? He loves the deepest. There's a lot of love that comes with this King of Cups. And the King of Cups, whoever is feeling this love here, there's a need to connect to the heart space and be led by the heart space with the 6 cups. Okay, but there is a need there to understand that the choice is in our hands regarding the confidence towards what we want to build and what we want to move towards. So I feel like there's a situation of the past, person, place, thing of the past that sort of hung up here as a memory of something maybe that didn't work. Okay, and I feel like we have a vision, this 10 cups, of something that could have been ideal again, the ideal palace, the ideal family, the ideal whatever. And it fell apart, or it didn't happen. Okay, so I feel like Spirit is saying the choice now is yours. The choice to move in the direction, the confidence to move in the direction that's going to change your course is solely in your hands. You have to put in the energy and the effort in the today and the right here, right now moment. Not get stuck in the past. Not like, yes, be led by your heart, but your heart has to guide you to the right here, right now, and the energy and the commitment you have to putting forward the energy to surrender and to free yourself from conflicts of the past, from memories of the past, rather than reminisce and stay in the past. Okay? Because I feel like maybe you bought some idea or some story that's playing out in your mind of this 10 cups. And Spirit is saying, if you want the 10 cups, you can have a 10 cups here with this wishbone, but it has to be under the flow of movement forward, not attaching to past, not stories of outcomes of what you thought needed to happen or be. Okay, I feel like this is what's getting in your way of forward movement. And so whatever that story was, I think what it was going to build was a haunted house. Okay, not some ideal place here that's fun and happy and 10 cups and light. And so you might not want to believe this, or you might be, I don't know, still with rose-colored glasses here. Okay, but there's a need to, I don't know, maybe play devil's advocate, really sort of be in the present moment, see where your energy and dedication and commitment is, because this is the choice. This is where you're sitting in front of, okay, to deal with this. But if you're not aware of this, and if your energy is still reminiscing about what happened in the past and who, whatever, then we're wearing a mask to the truth. We're not being honest with the situation. We're still choosing to stay in some sort of dreamy state, you know, creating conflict instead of harmony. And so you could stay here if you want, you know, but the choice is yours. Again, with the Lovers, the choice is yours. The pathway is open for you to move forward, to keep going, to heal from this, to become a better version of you, to move towards your wish, because you can still have what you want, but not in the way that you're trying to attach to it or create, because I don't think it's actually what it was that you envisioned, you know. I hope this makes sense for you guys. It doesn't sound like it's great, but I think you already know this. Pile number 3, this is your reading. I hope to see you at the next one. If this didn't resonate, go check out another pile. All right, bye. Hello, gorgeous angels. Pile number 4. You guys pick the Grimalkin's Curious Cats Tarot and the Crow Tarot, and we're looking at your understanding about whatever's going on in your world, how something will pan out, whatever it is that you understand something to be in a certain way. And then we'll look at the truth of the situation, maybe what you're misinterpreting or not seeing clearly. Okay, or maybe what you are seeing is accurate, but we'll see what it is that Spirit wants to communicate for you. Pile number 4. Okay, so keep an open mind as to what pulls through here, because we might come through for one certain situation, and then what pulls through is something else that resonates with what's going on around us, and Spirit wants to communicate to you that situation or circumstance instead. I don't know. Okay, but if we're too geared up with one understanding, we might miss the messaging altogether. So let's keep an open mind, but if we don't resonate with this first part, then it's not our pile. So don't force it to fit. Okay, this is going to be your understanding, what you resonate with. What's going on. Okay, so this is your understanding, your perception about what's going on or what you think is going to happen. Okay, so Spirit, clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 4. How are they currently seeing or understanding this situation, the circumstance, or this event, whatever it is that wants to pull through here for pile number 4. Please protect me and the viewer as I channel this message for the greatest and highest good of pile 4. Thank you so much, pile 4, for allowing me to tap into your energy, the energy around you at this time. I'm so blessed to be here doing your reading. Pile number 4. What is their current understanding? How are they seeing their circumstance from their point of view? Thank you, Spirit. And one of these. Pile 4. And one of these. And one of these. Okay. Let's see. Bottom of the deck, 3 cups. Wow. 3 cups all about celebration, network of people or friend group, reconciliation. It can mean lots. Okay, we have 3 cats here. Lots of flowers. And we have 2 pentacles in reverse. 9 swords. Okay. Ace of Cups in reverse. Page of Cups. And 7 of Cups in reverse. And we have the King of Pentacles in reverse, clarified by the Hermit. It's a strong Virgo energy. Taurus, Capricorn. It's under 3 cups. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. I will put this like this because I want to see. Okay, we have Great Fortune 26, or the number 8. And we have the 10 of Hearts with just 10 cups. And we see this fireplace. 10 cups and a fireplace. Okay. See a tombstone, 43, or the number 7. Tombstone, okay. And then we see the fish, number 16. So 16 is tower energy. Fish is about abundance. We have the birds. So birds could be about communication. Birds could be about people. siblings, dog. Dog is about loyalty and friendship. A situation we're loyal to, people we're loyal to, friends with the birds. And we have miracles. You're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring and are still to come. Miracles around you, be on the lookout for them. So I'm getting magician energy, more Virgo. So strong Virgo energy plus Gemini. Gemini with the communication with the birds. Let me channel what this is about, you guys. Okay. For this group, I do feel as though there might be a falling out of a situation, or maybe just a drifting apart. Okay, so you could have a friend group, a certain person, a friendship, situation, a relationship, some setup, okay, that might have went sideways potentially with whatever group of people or circumstance. Like, let's say we have something we enjoyed, and then all of a sudden it's like we're worried we might not hear back, from that job or that person or that group of people. I feel like you feel there is a situation here, and look at this little this little fish coming from this Ace of Cups. Okay, and this fish, like, I feel like there's some abundance here. Something you find abundant, a relationship, a friendship, some job, something that was producing something you liked. And I feel like maybe it went quiet, or maybe it is, there's a lot of anxiety about when will I hear back? Is this going to be fruitful for me? Will there be a potential opportunity for me to explore this? Will this be a choice for me, or is this removed? Is this going to be an option that I'm going to have in the future? Is this something I could rely on, build with, and create and have a story to, I don't know, set myself up here with this group of people or this job or this person or this relationship? Is this someone that I could depend on? I feel like you're doing a lot of this sort of contemplating, understanding. And so if there was a falling out, it's like, when will we make amends? Or when will I hear back from this person? When will we go out again? Is this an opportunity? Yeah, 3 wands. Will this move forward? Will this expand? Is it dead on the vine? Could this become a potential thing that's safe and secure and abundant? I'm going to pull a domino before I forget. Okay, because I feel like maybe we experienced a loss, or maybe things that went really cold, or maybe, I don't know. Look at this great fortune and this fish, and like I said, popping out. Like, there's some blessing here that I think you feel is a miracle. What is this domino? 6 and 4. So it's like there's a miracle here, or a blessing, or something to be produced that I think you're willing to explore if given the opportunity, if it presents itself as a new beginning here, or if it shows up again as an option for you, but you feel like maybe it's off the table or it's not an option. There's a desire to give to something, to build something here to its fullest potential. But in order to build, we have to do sort of the preparatory groundwork and lay roots and do something with this 4. 4 takes energy, takes giving to a situation, takes giving and receiving, takes balance and flow in order to lay roots, to lay a foundation that is solid. I feel like something's not solid just yet. It appears to be something. It smells like something good. It might, for some of you guys, because this feels like a very old tombstone. Yes. Okay, this is coming through. So let's just say, I'll use this as an example. We might have experienced a relationship of sorts, whatever kind of relationship you want to say, friendship, a romantic relationship, I don't know. Okay, and maybe it just we had one experience that left us feeling sad. It didn't work out in the past. Okay, and now here comes an experience that reminds us of something of the past, or it could be something that could turn out to be something that we could, lay roots, create some form of movement, expand on. But it's like, I remember what didn't work in the past. And it's like, is this going to be what I experienced in the past? Is this dead on the vine? Will there be a chance at potential here? Is this just like a fantasy of something, but it really isn't something great? Is this a new beginning for me? Can I explore here? Can I trust in this situation to produce abundantly for me? Or is this not something that's going to even be a choice? But I'm just hoping or wishing that it's a choice, or that it has a future potential, or that there is something more here. I feel there's a lot of anxiety around this. And so either, like I said, the situation itself might be still unclear as to whether it's going to be abundant. We want it to be, and maybe there was a falling out, or maybe there was, like I said, will I have this chance again? Will we come together again? Or will there be harmony here in this situation? Maybe it's always been harmonious, but will it be harmonious enough for it to move to the next level? Will it flow enough here for there to be more to this story? Or is it sort of just where it's at and dead on the vine in some way, or there's no potential here for more? More for you, I feel like there's more you want here in a way of a future build. I see like that you have a certain understanding that you would like to see, but I don't know why you're so anxious. And I feel like the anxiety here could certainly be with the past experience that didn't work out, like a loss of something or the sadness of something. And it's like, now I have anxiety about this, or I might be maybe not looking from a clear lens. We see poppies again. Poppies are all about the past situation. A past situation. And I see the two mice. Okay, mice are all like that annoying sort of voice that might be eating away at our confidence. Even with the 9 swords, it's the annoying voice in our mind that creates the anxiety that eats away at any substance. It could ruin a foundation of something if it keeps persisting. Birds are also that voice. Birds are like, could be gossip or talk, so the inner speak. I don't know, do we have a lot of inner speak that is kind of getting in the way of our peace? See 2 birds, doves are all about peace and harmony. So there's something ruining our harmony and our peace, and I do feel like with the Ace of Cups talking about a new emotional beginning for self, or kind of hopeful. We want to have a new beginning here. Page of Cups is the initial stages, the early stages of self-expression. But this King of Pentacles is like the sort of the final stage, because the King has already established everything here. And look at this little mouse kind of sitting now peacefully beside the cat and the frog, which is all about healing. Like everything's at peace. We're not quite there yet. We're not quite at peace. We're not quite in our castle or built the thing. So what is this about, pile number 4? We know that there's an opportunity for a blessing and a miracle. And I feel like the universe is handing this to you. But I feel there's a lot of anxiety around how this will transpire. And I do feel there is a level of loyalty or commitment here with this dog. Look at 10 cups twice. Ideal future. Emotional happiness at the ideal state. I think that's what you want. But I feel like there's a big question mark around this because of the past. So Let's pull just a little bit more regarding your current state, because I'm not quite sure I fully nailed that one. Spirit, what's going on? Pile number 4's energy. Current state, what are their thoughts and their understanding? You might be coming from a very anxious sort of angle. You know, thinking the worst in some sort of way here. Like it won't move forward, it won't expand. Or you're unsure is kind of how I see. The Fool, new beginning. 6 Swords, moving out of conflict. Aquarius energy. Yeah, like 6 Swords is moving on to calmer waters. 8 of Swords. Being freed of our limitations. Those are those rats. The inner dialogue that might be keeping us limited in our thoughts. Empress in reverse. So the Empress is all about unconditional love, abundance with the fish again. So if we block ourselves from abundance here, we never experience abundance, because we have to be able to give and receive love, and we know we're worthy of love. There could be a block here. Temperance. So an imbalance. A need for healing. Look at all these fish. So this might have been something in the past here, because we see the 6 of Swords, which is forward movement, coming out of this sort of challenging time. Page of Wands. Yeah, new beginning, exploring, communicating our passions or desires. And the King of Wands. Okay, and then the 5 Swords. And under that, 5 Pentacles. Okay, beautiful angels. And then the 3 Wands. Yeah, so you know what you've experienced in the past, whatever this is about, okay? You experience a loss here. It might have been a long time ago. I don't know. It might have been in this situation, but whatever it was a loss. And I don't think you liked that feeling at all. Understandable. Nobody likes a loss, you know? It might have been a lot of sadness, a lot of grief, looking back on what didn't work and what was lost. And I feel like you got very hurt, okay, by a situation. Here we see another little dog. It could have been someone you were really loyal to. You know, a loyal commitment, a loyal friendship, a loyal relationship. There's a lot of pain and suffering here, and some form of understanding you took away from that experience. And it's like nobody won. We got left out in the cold. And it's like it didn't move for whatever reason. You might have wanted it to move, or just it got stuck, or it fell. And it's like you want now there to be either in this situation or a whole new one. But it's like you want forward movement. You want to get out of any challenging situations, to expand, to grow. But in order to do this, there's certain understandings, certain maybe mind speak or understandings that you came to conclude about yourself, certain people, either, questioning the loyalty of others or the commitment of others, or what you can commit to, what can you move towards. Maybe you start to question, like what is abundance? Am I worthy of love? Is there such a thing as unconditional love? Maybe I need to learn about my own self-love, but I need to be in a healed version of myself in order to give and receive in a flowing state, in order to create stability and roots here. And so this has taken a long time to heal, to get balanced, to understand my self-worth, in order for me to have a new beginning. So you get out of this tough state. And when we get out and we're in this Fool energy, it's like this novice energy, this novice energy. Like pages are all about relearning. Fools are all about taking chances, new beginnings, and, going with the flow. And so this might impact our confidence, because it's like a novice here might not fully understand, how to win or how to succeed at expansion and getting what they want. But there is something to be said about being in this Fool and this Page energy, about confidence. And so I feel like your energy is showing a new form of confidence that is that of someone who is throwing caution to the wind in a way that's actually going to help you. And maybe you have some limiting belief around trusting your innocence, or your, like to trust the situation here. Like, should I be loyal to it? because it's like what happened in the past, you know? And so we might be with the 2 pentacles, like still remembering the past. It's like, ooh, I want to be confident. I want to trust and be loyal and committed and dedicated to this person or this situation. But there's some thought process I have that might just sort of keep me back here. That might be still limiting to me because I remember what happened to me. And it's like, oh, but I want to go after this. I want to be confident. I want to achieve something here. I don't want to be held back by the fears of the past or my thoughts and stuff like this. You know, I want to move forward. How do I free myself of that? Yeah. So that's your energy. Okay. I think there are still some things you tell yourself that might be getting in the way. But I feel like the desire and the vision you have and the thing that you see here is certainly very, very abundant. You know, it's going to bring you, like I said, like, I don't know, like a lot of abundance, or at least you're seeing it in this way, you know, but it would require you to show a level of commitment, dedication, and trust. And you're not maybe sure if you could trust and move in that direction just yet. If it's safe, you know, this fireplace is giving me like warm, cozy, safe. Let's read this. Okay, don't take words literal because this book, like I say, is very sort of direct and sometimes is very specific. So I'm just going to read energy. Okay, but I do want to see what it talks about here with the 10 cups. Fireplace. In an old Appalachia, I'm so sorry, I can't read. In old Appalachia, the fireplace was the center of the home, sometimes due to enjoyment, other times out of necessity. Many houses were one-room homes, so whatever room the fireplace was in was the only room. If there was more than one room, folks still congregated in this room because the fireplace didn't heat up the whole house, but that one room and the cold mountain winters. The 10 of Hearts speaks of happy times and pleasures with family and friends. This is as good as it gets. But knock on wood, too much of a good thing can be bad. This fire can warm you or burn your house down. Reversed. It is just that happy times ruined. This usually shows when fights occur in families that have spent too much time together, or there is an upheaval in a home between two lovers. Okay, so kind of along the same lines, you know, we don't want to ruin anything. We want to know if we can trust and move forward. There has been an experience potentially that didn't feel good, or that we don't know if we can trust ourselves or the situation to be loyal, to just go balls to the wall. So I'm going to put this away, and so I don't waste time, and then I'm going to pull what is actually your situation, okay? All right, let's see. I wanted to make sure I was recording. We have the Crow Tarot. We're going to take a look at the actual situation. Okay, what is actually going on? See if your understanding is accurate, or if you're projecting any sort of fears here about how to progress and how to remain loyal or committed, or is it too good to be true? Something like this that you're feeling, or you don't want to ruin it or experience pains of the past. So let's see, spirits, for pile number 4. What is actually going on? What is the actual truth of this situation, circumstance for pile 4 that they might not be seeing? Truth that they're needing to accept or understand in regards to the situation, circumstance that we just read about. Clear and concise message for the greatest and highest good of pile number 4, spirit. Sorry if I called you pile 3. Now I am noticing we're using the Crow Tarot, and crows are all about communication and birds, and they travel between worlds because crows could symbolize transformation. So we have 4 cups in reverse, and then we'll leave that card where it fell. So 4 cups in reverse is the only one that revealed itself. So 4 cups is the card of, it's known as the boredom card, or the card where we're sort of not accepting the blessing of the universe because we're either too focused on what could go wrong or what has already gone wrong. We might be rejecting love, rejecting others. Okay, but so this is in reverse. So this could be coming out of a breakup, coming out of feeling sad, coming out of a mindset where we were focused on all the things that we didn't like, or what hurt us, or what was emotionally dissatisfying about our situation. But emotionally, we were just sort of not feeling it for whatever reason. You know, the past left this sour taste in our mouth. And so therefore it was impacting our current opportunity. And so when we are in that state, we might be turning down blessings. We might not even be able to see what's in front of us, who we're rejecting, or what opportunities we're missing out on because we're too negative Nancy. Okay, but I mean, we did experience something that might have felt very not good, but it should not be dictating this current situation, although it was. Okay, I feel it was for whatever reason. So let's see. So we have 8 swords coming out again. So we know that you are getting the 8 swords, and the 8 swords is all about limiting beliefs. Stories we tell ourselves, either through an understanding we have, somebody else told us this story, we believe the story, something's understood to be a certain way, and it prevents us from expanding and moving forward. Okay, mind, stories, and beliefs, the world in reverse, a need for closure. This is successful conclusion of something. In the reverse, it's like we're in the final stretch. Maybe we didn't get closure. We need to wrap something up here. And 4 of Swords, this is the card of healing, rest, reflection. 3 Swords, card of healing again, heartbreak, separation from the ones we love. This is in reverse, so we could be on the upswing of healing, closing out this healing. 2 Pentacles, I need to choose, up and down. Hermit. So Hermit is all about knowing oneself, going inwards. Okay, being honest with the truth of our own insides so that we know what we want, who we are, and what we're about. So Virgo energy. And 8 Wands. Communication, forward movement, having a breakthrough. Okay. Create. You're being asked to connect with your creative side in whatever way feels best. This part of you needs extra attention right now. It needs to be expressed in a bigger way. So all the birds talking about expression. 3 Wands is definitely about creation. Creation of the future, expansion here. So we have to put an end to something in order to create the new. We have to move forward and communicate. Anchor. So anchors do talk about maybe feeling very weighed down, but it could also talk about, you know, like getting something grounded, like committing to something. Yeah, committing to something. Look at the 9 Swords. Okay, 9 Spades. So the anxiety again, those rats. So we could have a lot of anxiety around committing to something, or maybe feeling weighed down by a commitment or something like this. But it's our own sort of repetitive thought in some way, or limiting thought. Here's the open book. So this is all about knowledge, understanding. 5 is about conflict, loss, change, and rebuild. 5 is also temperance, which we were getting, a need for healing, a need to find balance and harmony. So maybe we need to understand this need for harmony and balance within self. So we see the camel. Camel's all about endurance. You know, camels wander for a very, very long time without water, and because they have their reserves with them. Okay, so endurance, something taking quite some time. 7 is all about faith, wisdom, reflection, understanding. 7 is also chariot energy, which is about balance, victory. The Queen of Hearts, so Queen of Cups. So this is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, but I want to see in the book. Like I said, we're not going to take it so literal, but I want to see what did they say about this Queen. It says a somewhat blonde woman. Okay, whatever that means. If it shows another person, otherwise it represents a female client being read, regardless of features. If a man is being read, this card represents their ideal lover, current or future, regardless of gender or orientation. Okay, so it's like your ideal partnership here. Okay, So lots of you guys, this is your relationship read, okay? But the ideal situation. So I think this is why it means a lot here. Some ideal partner message. Look at 2 7s. So 77 is a master number. It's about trusting the fall, an adventure that arises from deep wisdom, trust of life, and trust of self. We might not trust ourselves, because of the past here, but this is all about communication again, like I was saying with the birds. And then we have occupation with 34. And this is also another 7. So 7's faith, wisdom, reflection, understanding. 7 is chariot, success, balance, movement. So what's occupation? I'm getting 8 pentacles, a doing, putting in the energy to do something here. Okay. Let me sit with this energy and see what is actually going on here in your situation, beautiful people. King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay. I feel your situation is one that will move forward. Okay. But I feel like the only reason why there's still a challenge here is because of past experiences. And past experiences are dictating the energy here, in which might still be keeping us sort of in this roller coaster energy. Will there be success here? Can I trust the situation? Is this something that is as good as it looks or is reliable? I feel Spirit is giving you confirmation about all this, but this still doesn't sort of heal the magic wand on the past. I think the past still needs to close out completely, fully, and I think it will, because this is a successful conclusion of something, and I feel this is the heart on the upswing of healing. I think something's taken a very long time here. Maybe the healing's taken very long, or maybe it's taken a long time to trust my situation. I've been hurt. I don't see. I can't trust. I don't know. My confidence is sort of all fucked up here. I might feel very weighed by my choices, my options. I might feel very weighed to the fact that I have to maybe commit to something, but I'm concerned. I have a lot of anxiety around this, like showing up, sort of putting in the everyday effort and the energy to make it happen. Because if I put in all the energy to make it happen and commit and dedicate myself and it doesn't, then I experience pain that I might have in the past. And I think why it weighs heavily here is because I feel you might feel this is your ideal situation, your ideal person, your ideal thing that you can commit to for a long time with this anchor. It's like, actually solidify something. And so I feel like there is a need to trust yourself and trust the situation, to speak truths, to communicate in order for things to flow. Because I think what hinders this opportunity is maybe a lack of speaking truths or acknowledging pains, or whatever it is that we're needing to close out or heal. Because I feel like in order to create the magic, in order to create what's new here on this other side, it's going to take releasing certain understandings and anxieties, which we don't have to do alone. And so maybe we've been trying to do it alone, or carry this within. And I feel like Spirit is saying reveal what we know, and what we want to know will be revealed to us here. Okay, now I'm seeing yellow flower, and I don't know traditionally, but what I'm getting is the loyalty of a friendship. And then I'm also seeing these pink flowers, which is about self-love and truth. And what's coming through is, I don't know what the name of, but where you got to speak the truth under the rose, something de rosa. I don't know what Spirit's showing me here. I don't know anything about that, but it's speak the truth under the rose, I'm hearing. So I think there's a need to speak the truth, if there's pain, if there's a need to deal with something here, we might be just carrying and sitting with that ourselves, reflecting, dealing with this 3 swords that we've experienced. And sometimes there is a need to sort of reflect and deal with it on our own. But I feel like this could cause a lot of sort of turbulency here, misunderstandings potentially, or we could be under one assumption that keeps us very limited. And we sort of pull away in our own little world here with this Hermit to reflect and to do this, which the Hermit work is obviously very much needed. But I feel like the Hermit sometimes could be a very isolated card in which we might shut people out. And so this might create this imbalance. I'm going to pull a domino here to see what we see, but there's a moving forward, there's a communication, there's a flow, and we see more poppies, which talk about the past, 2 and 3. So the 2s, look at this, the pentacles. Okay, so 2s are all about balance, and duality, and choices. The 2 of pentacles might be a need to choose, like to actually prioritize, and maybe we can't quite choose, and there goes my email. And so we're going back and forth, or we feel up in the air, or like we're lacking something, but that's an 8 swords. And really the message here is the 3, and 3s are about collaboration, relationships, growth. Okay, so we might feel we got to do it alone, and Spirit's saying, no, collaborate, communicate, work together to manifest something you can trust here, something you can anchor to, so you can create, because the 3 is all about creating with another, something bigger than we could create on our own. And so I feel like there's an on your own and then a collaboration. Okay, but I feel like this lady's kind of working on her own, and maybe we were on the mend, or there's something about mending ourselves. But Spirit is saying, like, there might be a misconception about what we have to do on our own. You know, and whether we'll be successful here or have success. And success really rides on the communication. Success really rides on the forward momentum, the trust in your ability to move forward despite whatever's happened in the past. To come out of any energy where maybe we turn away or move inwards because we don't trust to receive a blessing, or the new beginning, or the cup of love, or, you know, like again, that Empress in reverse, like we're worthy of love, receiving love, and I don't know, like experiencing something we enjoy, if this isn't about romance. So I see a phone, and there's 2, you know, there's listening and there's talking in a phone. And then there's this letter, which is us outwardly expressing. I think maybe what Spirit is showing here is we need to reveal and be honest and communicate our truth in order for us to hear truths. And maybe we've been waiting to hear a truth, or we weren't quite hearing what we wanted, or maybe there was something we're waiting for or waiting on that isn't revealed or understood by us, the loyalty of the situation, or whether there is something here, you know, and it's like we must communicate, we must sort of put ourselves out there by speaking our truth, by sharing what we do know, revealing what we know, and then it will come to us. But this is how we move forward. This is how we expand. We can't wait around with 8 swords, you know, waiting around to hear for the phone to ring, maybe, you know, it's like, no, let's sort of close this door to the old version of us that might have been waiting around, or I don't know, there's some way of you being here that might be just stalling this thing from being successful or from moving to this next step here. Okay, and so I think the choice is yours to choose to communicate and to move forward. And any sort of hesitation you have is just a mind story of a belief, of an experience of the past that might have made you feel like it wouldn't be successful, or the stall getting in the way of your confidence to go after what you want here. But there's no need. You know, look at this little, the thing for the 2 pentacles here above this confidence. So we're going back and forth, getting in the way of our own confidence to communicate. So let's just do one final sort of thing here. And what does Spirit then want you to do? Because Spirit's saying your situation is something that is viable here, that you can create with, you know, that you can ground, that you can anchor to. What is it that pile number 4 needs to know then? What is the guidance, final message for pile 4? Thank you, Spirit. Page of Pentacles in reverse. Can I rely on my opportunity? 6 swords, 7 cups in reverse. Four Swords. Why is this Page of Pentacles in reverse? So pages are about communication. Six Swords is moving out of challenging times. Two Pentacles again. I need to choose. I need to get balanced. Maybe even lacking, like I said, the confidence. Five Pentacles and the Fool in reverse. Aquarius energy, and then we have Seven Swords. And under Seven Swords, we have the Six Pentacles. Okay. So you have a situation, pile number 4. I think you're withholding communicating your truth. Maybe you're trying to understand things first, or do it alone, or come to some understanding, or we're not really working together, or we're not just yet in an open channel of giving and receiving. So things might be not in balance, and it's requiring you to see a truth within yourself and see a truth about a situation here. I think there's a potential, and you know that there's a potential. And I feel like we're blocked when it comes to communication. And maybe we're not in an energy here that we feel we're like this is an unreliable sort of energy with the Page of Pentacles in reverse. You know, and so I feel like maybe we go back and forth from, is this something I can rely on? Is this a full-fledged opportunity? Am I ready for this? This sort of a reluctance, or I don't know, there's reticence here in regards to moving forward. And Spirit is saying the only way we can really move out of that sort of energy, which is not very good. Five Swords, conflict, the back and forth, the lack of confidence you're choosing, is to come out of this sort of murky mindset where we have too many options, we haven't decided, we haven't chosen. We stay in a Five Pentacle, we stay out in the cold, we don't get what we want, we're sort of missing out. It doesn't feel good to be Five Pentacles. The choice is always ours. And so Spirit is saying, if you've had time to reflect, if you understand that you've experienced the Three Swords in the past, there's a need for you to embrace some truth, for you to come out of any sort of energy where you're withheld, okay? And for you to trust your situation, to take a leap. The only reason you would feel held back and Five Pentacles and removed and still not able to move forward is because of your inability to trust the situation, to leap in, you know, full feet ahead. And this is something you can trust. And so I feel like it's going to be giving as much as it is going to be like it's rewarding for you, but there's also a situation where you can give to in a balanced way here. Okay, but you have to show good faith here and jump into feet. And so maybe you're wanting to hear, or you're waiting to see something it might not be seen or happen just yet, because the universe is wanting you to trust and to leap forward, and you will see what you want to see, but you're not seeing it just yet because we're still sort of uncommitted, or we're still, you know, not trusting that we can choose wisely. And so we're still making it murky, and we're not creating this new beautiful thing. Okay, so Spirit wants you to trust, and Spirit wants you to keep like committing to putting this together in a way that can create this beautiful future, because it will be rewarding for you. Okay, the only thing that gets in your way is a past experience here that you're being called to just move on from and away from. But it would require you to trust and leave the past in the past and give to a new situation here. Four Pentacles, yeah, let go of the past. Do not be held back. Okay, Four Pentacles is where we're in our comfort zone. We might be too held back, too clinging to the world we know, not wanting to risk. It's like, I don't want to risk, so I want to stay where I'm at. But it's like, no, this is the lie. Okay, so you could trust your situation here, beautiful people. And I do feel like the only reason why, again, we would ever feel Five Pentacles or like we're not experiencing something here is because we're carrying this internal thing. You know, and we don't have to carry everything internally here, because your situation wants to give to you. I see here with the Six Pentacles, but you have to be in a state of receiving. You know, this camel doesn't need to endlessly wander the desert here. Look at these beautiful flowers. beautiful pink flowers. So we don't have to endlessly wander the deserts, keeping our emotions maybe to ourselves, you know, the experience to ourselves, the pain to ourselves, our lack of communicating openly towards this potential situation. I feel like there's a blocked off energy here, and that's coming from your energy. It's getting in the way of flow here. Okay, you don't have to do it alone. Pile number 4. This is your reading. I hope this helped you. Pile number 4. I love the readings. If you're drawn to another one, I'll see you there. All right, bye-bye.